Hi guys, today we're going to be testing some new motors from T-motor, which are the F60 2450KV. Now if you guys follow my recent vlogs or even me on Instagram, you would have seen that T-motor sent me a whole bunch of different motors for testing. Today we're going to be doing these F60s and I'm going to try and make this a quick video. Now I currently have the T-motor 2500KV F40s on my quad, which are working out really nice and I'm getting some really good high-end speed. So I'm looking forward to trying these F60 motors. Now first of all, you can see that they've actually done away with the gold sticker on the previous one and gone for the kind of laser etched T-motor logo on here. T-motor did do a poll on Facebook to see which people preferred, whether it be the sticker or the laser etched markings that you can see here, and the etching kind of came out on top. And to be honest, it didn't really particularly bother me. I did like the kind of gold look of the sticker version, but these also look very nice. Now I'm not going to go super in-depth on this motor, as it's pretty similar to all of the other T-motors that have recently come out in its shape and size and build. But a brief quick overview is that it does have the hollow shaft in there to reduce weight and help with heat dissipation. The top is knurled to hold onto the props. And they say they use bigger bearings inside for crash resistance and more reliability. I've done a quick test on the bell housing, forcing it down to see if we can actually bend the shaft to touch the bottom plate. In an ideal world, I would have one of these maybe set on a plastic arm and have it spinning and maybe bash it against the wall or the floor just to see if we can start getting that bell housing to loosen up slightly or not. But I haven't actually got enough motors for that kind of a test, unfortunately. But anyway, everything feels pretty solid here, nothing to complain about. Let's get this on the frush bench and see what we can do. Oh, and in case you're wondering about the weight, yes, these are a little bit more heavier than your average motor, coming in at 36 grams, so pretty much the heaviest ones I've used. I'm going to start things off with one of my most popular propellers, which is the HQ 5040 tri-blade. As usual with all of my thrust bench tests, I'm going to be using the Turnigy Narrowtech 1.3 45 to 90C battery. Now these probably are getting a little bit on the tired side now, so I am going to start replacing them with the Revo Electric high voltage versions. Just like previous motor tests that I've done, we're going to start off with a 150 gram hover test. Now I will go over 150 grams, that's just due to the resolution on the throttle, but we get a good figure out of it. So our 150 gram hover test managed to pull 36.3 watts, 2.18 amps and given us an efficiency of 4.13 grams per watt. Now let's try a full power test. So the 5040 tri-blade pulled 1218 grams of thrust, 478.8 watts, 30.56 amps, giving us 2.54 grams per watt. Next up, we're going to try a quad blade this time, again 5x4, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Get Props Man for sending this out to me. Again, we're going to start with a 150 gram hover test. So the quad bladed 5040s pulled 33 watts, 1.98 amps, giving us an efficiency of 4.54 grams per watt. Now the full power test. So the quad blade 5040 pulled 1275 grams, that's plus 57 over the tri-blade, 507.4 watts, that's plus 28.6, 33.32 amps, that's plus 2.76, giving us a 2.51 grams per watt efficiency. Now it's worth me mentioning, one thing I really do notice about these motors is the extra torque. When I'm really throttling up and down, you can really get to top end very quickly. Because I noticed that extra torque, the next prop I'm going to use is a DAL prop 5040 tri-bladed bullnose. Now these are very power hungry, so I don't expect us to be getting any good efficiency readings here, but I think it will be interesting just to try it out. And as expected, the results were pretty terrible. We pulled 1273 grams of thrust, that's actually minus 2 grams compared to the quad blade, 609.3 watts, that's plus 101.9, 40.41 amps, that's a plus amperage of 9.85, and as expected 2.08 grams per watt efficiency. Now don't let those last figures put you off, they were just a general test. I wanted to see what this motor was actually capable of when put under extreme loadings of a stupidly high pitched prop. If you wanted to use a prop like that, I would end up using something like a 2205 2200KV motor. Now these F60s surprised me a little bit because I've currently got the F40s 2500KVs on my quad and that flies awesome. However, it doesn't have the amount of torque that these have, but there is a trade-off for that with the extra weight. But I definitely think these motors will be good for people that are doing the acro freestyle flying, as the extra torque is definitely going to help get them out of sticky situations or boost up into the air. But I've got a race coming up this weekend, so I don't really want to be sticking new motors on there and having to try and get myself adjusted to how they feel and perform. So these are just going to have to wait a little while before I can stick them on my quad. Now if you have any suggestions on props and motor combinations, then please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're a prop manufacturer or distributor, then let me know so we can work together and put more props to the test. But that's it for this short motor video. Thanks for watching guys, I'll be back soon.